We're going to take a couple minutes and look at how you add content to your yearbook project in StudioWorks. And content can be anything from images to your own background designs to original clip art that you may have access to, or even stories if you've got text files that you'd like to bring in and place on your pages. All of those types of content are loaded to the content window. Now, I'll make a quick distinction before we go on. Portraits and the information that relates to those portraits, like grade, teacher name, student name, all that sort of thing, those go into the master list, and we'll talk about that in a separate section. Those come from a special CD that's called a PSPA Yearbook Image CD. Those get imported into the master list. But all of your other candid photos, original artwork and backgrounds, those are all uploaded into the content window where I am now. Now those go into galleries, and I'm going to expand this little content tree here, and you see it's labeled galleries at the tab. All of the ones under my content, those are, you can create those as many as you'd like and sort and organize all of your content any way that you'd like. Many people choose to do them for each person on the yearbook staff. Some people organize them around each double-page spread. Some do them topically, some do them chronologically. However you'd like to organize your images, you can do so by adding galleries. Let me show you how to add a gallery. I've got one here that's Images Mike. Down at the very bottom down here, there's an add button. Just click that add button, and that's how you add a new gallery. So I'm going to do Images Jan. So I've got another gallery now for another user that's on my staff. I could name this anything that I'd like. Now, one thing to note, once you create a gallery, it cannot be renamed. You can create another gallery and drag content out of the old into the new, but the galleries cannot be renamed, but you can very easily add and remove. The opposite of adding a gallery is removing it, which is down here at the bottom of this same pane as well. Now let's look inside a gallery and see what's in there. Now, I've got some sample images in this gallery that's named Images Mike. And you see there's a variety of pictures here. Let me stop and talk about the type of pictures that you can upload into StudioWorks. The most common one is JPEG, those that have a JPG extension. You can also upload TIFF files, .tif. PNG, which is short for Portable Network Graphic, PNG, and that's a special file type that you can create knockout backgrounds on. You see this picture here of this girl with her arms out. She has no background. It's all transparent in the background, and you can create those quite easily in any of the digital imaging packages that are out there, and save them as a PNG file and bring them into your yearbook pages. The other thing you can bring in is GIF files, .gif. That's a standard internet format. You see GIF files a lot on web pages, and if you happen to have those, you know that you can upload those as well. The other thing that you can upload that I don't have here is a text file, .txt. If you prefer to pre-edit your stories in a word processor, simply save them as a TXT, which is a plain text format, and those can be uploaded here as well. And then you can literally drag those on your pages and place them into a copy block, having edited them before they ever got into your project. So now let's take a look at how you get that content into this content window. There's two ways to do that. The first, and this is the way that StudioWorks did it in years past, is via this import button down at the bottom. So if I click that, I get a little dialog box here that allows me to either add files to this list. I'm going to build a list of files to upload, clear the entries, or start the upload itself. So here, when I click add files, I can navigate out to my documents, into my pictures, or wherever your images happen to reside, and click on those and add them and build a list and then upload that from here. So I'm going to close that. That's a very simple, very straightforward kind of a list building process. The other way that I think you'll find much easier is to literally drag them into your galleries. So I'm going to slide my window over here for just a minute and open up a folder that I've got on my desktop that just has a number of images in it. And as you can see, here's the various types that I talked about a minute ago. TIFF files, here's some JPEGs, there's a PNG file, with a knockout background on it, and then I've got a pre-written story. From here, it's really simple. All you need to do is select the images that you want to upload. I'm going to take these 2 JPEG files, and from here, you drag them onto whichever gallery you want to place them in. So if I want to put these into Jan's, the gallery that I just created, I let go of that, and at that point, you see the list appears very, very similar to the one that we saw with the import button. There's the 2 files. It gives me the file size. And a couple of things worth noting here. The maximum file size that you can upload is 5 meg. Now 5 meg is for a JPEG, for example, at 300 DPI, which is kind of the resolution that you use for print, and StudioWorks takes care of sizing your images to that resolution. A 5 meg JPEG, you can do a full bleed background, meaning one that extends across both the left and the right pages, top to bottom, left to right. So 5 meg is your maximum file size. So you have the 2 images here. There's a status bar that you'll see in a minute that shows you the progress as they're uploading. And if you just click upload, the process starts, and that quickly I've uploaded 2 photos. So now that I'm done, I'm going to close that, and I'm going to slide this window back over. Now I don't see the images right away. If I go to Jan's gallery here, I'm going to click refresh. And what refresh does, even though the images have been uploaded, refresh in a web browser, you have to tell it to display the content that's on the page. So this refresh button does that. So now you see here I am in Images Jan, and I've got the 2 images that I just uploaded. Now, one other thing about images, I'm going to go back to this other gallery and double click on this picture. If you double click on any of the thumbnails that are in your galleries, you can get a lot of information about the photo. This is called the label tab. And here, the image itself will come in under the original file name. So you may have something really cryptic like image 000 and whatever the serial number is. You may want to relabel that to something that's more meaningful about what the photo represents. Additionally, in this description field, you or your photographers can put in a caption for the photo, and that can be as simple as identifying the people that are in the photo, to what was going on, and so on and so forth. Or you can actually leave notes, for other users right through this field. So that description and label those are free to edit. You can change those to whatever you'd like to do. The info shows you things about the picture. In other words, what the original file name was, the dimensions of it in pixels. This was 800 pixels wide by 793 tall. Who uploaded the picture, which user on your staff, what the file size is, and then the upload date. The usage shows you what page that was used on. And if I slide this down a little bit, if you look at this icon right here that's got a page icon with a little green arrow coming down on it, that shows you that a picture has been placed on a page and has been used in your yearbook so that you don't accidentally use it more than once. So that same information, specifically which page it's on, is shown right here in the usage tab. So this is all real handy information to have if you need to drill down in and get a little bit more specifics about an image or what you have. While we're in this gallery, there's a couple of more things I want to point out to you that'll kind of help you organize and keep track of your images. One is the ability to sort them and move them between galleries, and it's really, really easy to do. If I want to take, for example, there's these first 3 images, even if they've been placed on a page, and put those into another gallery, I can easily do that. I'm going to select the first one, and holding my control key down, select the second and the third. So I've made kind of a multiple selection. And I'm just going to take those. These, of course, are in the images_Mike gallery that we're in currently. And I'm going to move those to the one that I created earlier in our session, images_Jan. You can see as easy as that, I've now moved those from one location to another. So it's very, very simple to move them between galleries. Similarly, if you need to delete an image, select the image or multiples, you can do it the same way, and click the delete key down here in the far right-hand corner. Simply click delete, it's going to confirm it, and then that image is gone. While we're on that topic, it's a real good idea to kind of stay on top of your images. You no doubt will have more images than you can possibly put on all of your yearbook pages. It'll help the performance of your project and help you navigate and work more quickly if you keep those as clean as you possibly can. If you have images that you know are just not good candidates for being included in your publication, go ahead and remove those from your project here, and you'll find that the performance in your production work will go much, much smoother. Now, the other thing I want to show you is that there is a contact sheet feature that allows you to create a PDF of all the images that are in a given gallery. Down here again at the lower right, there's a button that says Contact Sheet. If you click on that, you'll get a confirmation that there's a PDF that's been created. It comes up in a web browser, and if you click on that, you'll see here the format of that contact sheet. Here's the name of the gallery that it was in, and then for each image you see the name of it, the pixel dimensions, and if it's been used on a page, what page it was used on. So this is really easy for sharing with others or printing out and having someone go through and kind of review and select photographs. I opened the PDF here, but of course it can be saved and emailed to somebody if you've got someone in a remote location that is helping you with your project. So that's a look at uploading images and kind of organizing things into the galleries. We wish you the best. It's a very, very simple process, and there's a couple of ways, as you can see here, to go about doing that.